It was very interesting to be with practitioners of film industry or film sector in Rwanda. And today we are going to issue certificates and also to a little bit talk about what happened within the 3 weeks that we spent here. I think with the M&E session that we had in this morning, we've tried to talk about it, but we've got here a guest that was interested to be part of our closing ceremony. I really want to thank Mr. Ndahiro Willie, who is here with us now. And so our invitation was on a short notice. First of all, that's why I really appreciate his presence. I think I just informed him before yesterday. Yeah. So, and he didn't hesitate. Immediately said, "I'll be with you." So, regardless of the programs that he had, I think he dropped off some of the programs that he had today, and that now he driving from Kigali from this morning to Musanze, when you had also other responsibilities. So that is showing that he has an interest in this sector. So I just want to tell him that the 15 days that we spent here were not for nothing. It was really worthy. And the team in the monitoring and evaluation session that we had in this morning, they've demonstrated and they've tried to narrate and explain the new things that they learned from this training. Maybe our master trainer will talk about it a little bit because he has his time. So we have got 2 trainers. So we have Ian Masters, who is our trainer for this rollout training, and he was also with us in the TOT. So we had a training with the trainers that are training in TVET schools and the IPRCs, and it was a 10-day training. And he was with us here in Musanze again. And also we had the co-trainer Annette Wizeye, who was with us from the beginning of the project, who even contributed in the skills needs assessment. And she was also part of the people who decided even the courses to be delivered. So we had 5 courses, and we are now in a 3rd course. So the first course was studio camera operation, which we enrolled around 32 participants. So we had 12 trainers who got that training, and then 20 practitioners who also got the same training in studio camera operations. So they had time to visit all the TVs of Rwanda. And then we had also another course called e-learning video production, where we also trained 32 participants, 12 trainers and 20 practitioners from the industry. Some of them are, of course, unemployed, and they are graduates from TVET schools. And we hope that the training will help them to increase their chances of being employed or even creating their own jobs. So this is the 3rd course, and then we still have 2 courses remaining. One is live TV directing, and we also have another one which tackles much deep in the business side of film and TV industry. So maybe some of your colleagues will be part of the training. So I will encourage you to give me some names of the practitioners who are really in the sector, whom you think if they get a business skills, more business skills, this course will enhance their performance. So I think these trainings are going to be in June and July. All the 2 trainings that are remaining. So after this session, just approach me, and if you have some people whom you think the training may benefit them, you can just let me know. Then I can put them on the list. Okay, I think I will not take much of your time because we need to finish early, then we go home early. So I just want generally to thank the team of trainers and you and your commitment, your courage, because like 15 days off from your work, it is not something easy. Because some of you, you just get your daily bread because you've worked. And then you decided to just stop what you're doing. I sincerely thank much Mr. Jerome. He's the TV manager. He stopped. Yeah, because when I asked him, can you give me some people from your TV? I said, even me, I need that training. So then he decided to come and also to come with the team. So I think having most of the people, when it is a training, when there is no salary or any like per diem involved, some people don't want really to come. They say, no, I'd rather go to get my $200 per day or $100 per day instead of coming, spending like the whole 15 days of trainings. But the way you've been responding to me, it was showing how thirsty you had for this training. And I think you can testify with me that the training was really worth it. So training yari ifite umumaro kuri twese, narabibonye ko abantu barabikunze, and I think we shall be organizing more and more trainings, and even some recommendations from this session will be given to GIZ because they are the main sponsor. They are the ones that organize this training in terms of finance. And I also thank my team leader, Rob, who really facilitated the whole process of these trainings. So, thank you very much. So without much ado, let me invite Mr. Ian to come forward for his remarks and
which was developing the projects from idea to a kind of pitch and a pitch deck. We drilled into what goes into a pitch deck, and we divided the group into four. One was working on a thriller TV series, one was working on a feature film, a game show, and a reality docuseries. And they were all fantastic projects, and I do hope they continue. But this was Family Arena, the game show. And because why not? Let's listen to Pepe. Are we ready?
Yes. Group 3 comprises of highly specialized personnel in film and TV production, and we introduce our game, Family Arena. We family that visited this ancient mysterious forest in Rwanda, and on their path to discover whether the myth that has been said to this forest is true or not. And when they get here, their timing was a bit off. Their trip timing was a bit off, because when they get here, they find that the first was closed to visitors, but unfortunately they decided to trespass despite all the warning not to enter, and which led to their horrific death. The forest took them out one by one until only one remains and redeemed himself.
How hard is it to pitch? Really atmospheric, potential, tapping into a genre that's very international. But remember that key thing we were talking about, how you need locally specific but universal stories. So stories that really showcase where, who you are as Rwandans, your culture, but which the rest of the world can tap into the international financing, which will allow you to realize your dreams with a slightly bigger budget, because I know how hard it is. You have these great ideas, but when the industry is quite constrained, it's hard to get them from the page to the screen. Anyway, I don't want to talk. I've been talking far too much. 3 weeks. Can't talk anymore. I will very quickly thank you again and encourage you to keep this collaboration going. The Musanze movement that we were discussing. You know, you get 3 or 4 people sitting around a table discussing ideas. That's when the magic happens. And so find opportunities to continue doing that if you possibly can. And I'm sure, I have every confidence that there'll be some really fantastic projects emerging from this group here. I will also be quite happy to continue to look at scripts and ideas as you develop them. So yeah, you have my email address, I think. I'm also on the group. I'll keep dropping in resources, things that might be of use to you. So, but let me hand over now to Annette, I think, to say a few things as well.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It is just an absolute honor to have been part of this journey. For me, it's been longer. It's been about a year since we started to do research about what kind of training that would be needed to upskill people in the private sector, as well as contribute to the curriculums with the TVETs, the IPRCs. So just looking at this group, I am a colleague, not just a co-trainer. So moving forward, I'm looking forward to being part of a network. It's very exciting because I think for me it was a dream come true. To see people in a room and committed to being here for 3 weeks is extraordinary. I know what it takes. Yeah. Every day, you know, every day. And I knew there was not much of another incentive financially, as Muhire was saying, or Rob, is that I knew we have an emerging industry. We can upgrade it now from sector to industry with the hopes that it is now going to be viable, is that we have been empowered with the experience that Ian has brought from around the world, literally, and this being the second group. Willie, I don't know if you know that this is the second group that has been trained. Yes, yeah. So it's exciting to have him back, to have his commitment as well. Even beyond this, you know, you can approach him, you can approach myself and other people in the industry to give you access. We've talked about access, not just for your stories, but even just other administrative things that you would need to advance with your projects, these projects and other projects. We have people like Wilinda Hiro that we have invited from the RFF, and so many other people. So I am here, happy to be part of the network. Let's move forward with the Musanze movement. Yes. Or we'll decide how to call it, Musanze 22, I don't know. Maybe Dogma 95. Yeah, happiness moving forward. And I'm going to pass this over to Jerome as our TV executive to also speak on behalf of the participants, to just cast the way forward. Yeah, thank you.
This kind of training, did it in 2012. So from 2012 up to now, I was like doing what I think is best for me, for the audience, for the colleagues. But now it's in an upgrade now, where we've got during these 3 weeks. I'm talking about like as a TV executive and as a participant of this training. So we thank you very much, GIZ and our trainer, Ian, Jean, John. So for this constructive 3 weeks, very excited stuff we've learned together. I was thinking I'm the best, but I've found that there is the best of the best. And I've met you guys. The collaboration we had, I wish we should continue in that way. Ian showed us how best screenwriters in UK are together sharing ideas. Why can't we do the same? This is my humble suggestion. And this will attract more writers to come on board and share ideas and build a very good industry and strong from the sector to the industry. And I'm pretty sure that the industry is built from individuals. So we are in activities. So it's a matter of time. People will be distinguished in their favorite part of the activities. Then there we shall build the strong industry. Screenwriters, producers, and post-prod team. So, and distribution, because as a TV station, our platform is new. The first private TV station was born in 2013. And now we have many TV stations, but all of them are like at the same level. We are copying each other. That's why we don't even move faster. So if I'm lucky enough, I've seen people from TV1 here, and I think the television networks, we may collaborate, not being like conquerors. So we be partner, not like enemies, as it is like now. Then we change the game. Tell relevant stories in a very creative way. That will be our way of educating the audience to welcome your stories. So TV will educate the audience will be the clients, and if we get money, we shall now produce good content, I think. And we've been talking about Netflix, Canal+, and MultiChoice. You see, all those networks are there to empower us. So what we've learned here, let's put in action, then get worthy. Okay, thank you very much for this, and I'm pretty sure that we shall have another moment like this in the near future, because I've learned that there's television stuff, so we shall come back and continue improving. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Jerome. I'll invite Rob for his remarks as well.
Okay, now I need to behave, huh? There are a few things that I picked up. The words copying, doing what others are doing, but also the word creative, imagining. There is a downside of education and training, and actually I was triggered by what you were saying, by a research that was promoted by a guy called Robertson. He was referring to creativity. I mean, we can teach you how to approach a certain task, a certain assignment. We can teach you the mathematics about you do first this, and then you do that, and then you do that, and then you do that. And then you you have the risk of becoming a kind of a student coming from the UR that is just copying what the professor did. Where's your own creativity? And I was triggered by this, and I want to share you this research. So there was this research, and they interviewed, let's say 200 people or more. I don't know the exact number. And they asked them. They showed them a paperclip. You know paperclip? Mm. The thing that you put on your paper. And they asked the people, put down on paper or just tell me what you can do with this paperclip. So, one said, yeah, you can put it on paper. The other said, well, you can also make it a fishing rod. And the number of ideas that you had measured your level of creativity. Yeah, because some maybe have 2 or 3 or 4 ideas about what you can do with a paperclip. But if you think outside of the box, you maybe come with maybe 10 or 20. Now, when they did the research, 98% scored on a genius level what creativity is concerned. Then, 5 years later, they did the same research with the same people. So it was what they call a longitudinal study. So they interviewed the same people. And they start asking the same question. Also to measure the creativity. The level of creativity remarkably dropped. It went down. Very much. Then another 5 years later, it was somewhere in the range of 60 or 65% after 5 years. Then another 5 years later, they did again. Same people, same kind of questions. They came up with 5% scoring at the genius level of creativity. So the older they got, the less creative they got. Now I have to share with you one thing. That first study was done in a kindergarten.
What?
Kindergarten. Children of 4 or 5 years old. So 5 years later, those kids were 10 to 12 years old. Scored 60%. Another 5 years later, those kids were 15, 16 years old. Scored 5%. Another 5 years later, okay, 2% or something. So what is the common factor of these participants in the sample? They all went into education. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That creativity is actually the distinctive factor that you have and that you need to nourish. What we can do in an education or in a training is to teach you the mathematics. That research that I was referring to is actually showing that a common education system is just telling you what to do and how to do it. And there's only one answer. That's in the back of the book. But don't look there because that is cheating. So you have to keep your creativity. Education system also about what is your answer is not allowed. What we saw here in these 3 weeks, working together actually gives the best results. So keep that creativity. Nourish that creativity. Dare to think outside of the box. We don't want to have 20 TV10s or 20 BVNs or whatever, and all you put on the news and you see the same. And you go to another channel, you see the same. Dare to be different. I stop with that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rob. Now we're giving the floor to Mr. Ndahiro, really, our guest, for his remarks. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dear organizers, of this training and sponsors, dear trainers, fellow filmmakers and colleagues from the Rwandan audiovisual sector. I'm not going to take long. Mine is just to thank you. Thank you very much. To thank the organizers and sponsors of this training for bringing this big contribution to the development of the Rwandan film industry, but also the audiovisual sector in Rwanda. So thank you very much. I would like also to thank the trainers, Mr. Ian and Anit, that have been sharing with you guys their experiences and knowledge. So I'm sure that all you got from here, you're not going to take it for granted, but you're going to deliver good products to both local and international markets. So yeah, thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank you, the trainees who have taken this long, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I think. I know you mentioned it. It's not easy staying away from your family. Many of you guys are responsible for their families. So taking this long, 2 weeks without per diem, and your family has to leave. It's not easy. But as you know, our career that we chose requires passion and patience. So this is what I mean. And yeah, I'm sure that we are not going to take it for granted. So roughly, I just wanted to talk about, I know many of you knows about Rwanda Film Federation. We have, I think, 3 institutions in Rwanda that are in charge of the audiovisual sector and film industry, which is Rwanda Film Federation, Rwanda Film Office that works under RDB, Rwanda Development Board, and the Ministry of Youth and Culture through the Rwanda Cultural Heritage Academy. So talking about the Rwanda Film Federation, it's an umbrella body of Rwandan filmmakers associations or unions. So we are gathered in five unions, and we have a leadership. We have a committee, executive committee. By the way, you've been with the Secretary General, Mr. Ahmed Harimana. So I have a vice president who is Theodore Ishimwe. He works in the ICT Innovation Center. I think so many of you guys knows him.
Yeah, he participated. Actually, he was leading he trained e-learning video production.
Oh, really? Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, the Rwanda Film Federation is the umbrella body of 5 unions. We have Rwanda Actors Union, we have Rwanda Film Directors Union, Rwanda Film Producers Union, Rwanda Screenwriters Union, and Rwanda Film Operators Union. And those unions are registered officially in the Rwanda Governance Board, RGB, as NGOs, as well as the Federation. So what we do is the same thing that you're doing as partners, is to make sure that our members are well skilled, but also are gathered together. So, you know, united, I saw something saying, united will win, divided. So yeah, that's the main reason we are together in the Rwandan Film Federation. So we give them license cards to make sure that you are a professional filmmaker, but who belongs to an institution. Some of the filmmakers have been meeting some challenges. Let's say you are invited to a film festival in Holland or France. You go to the embassy, they ask you, who are you? I am Wilinda Hero. Where are you going? I'm going to Paris. To do what? In Festival de Cannes. What do you do in Rwanda? I'm a filmmaker. Do you have anything that shows that, you know? So many of our filmmakers have been meeting those kind of challenges. So that's what we do. We give you guys recommendations and also license cards. So maybe without taking much of your time, trainees, man, you are welcomed to the Rwanda Film Federation. Come, we share these experiences that you got from here, because there are so many of our members that needs these skills. So you need to go and share with them, but also, you know, keep on. We keep learning, you know, we keep learning. That's why Annette mentioned it, that there is another training, I think, in June. So I'll be also glad to participate as a trainee. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Learning never ends.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to distribute the certificates, and we'll be inviting Mr. Willie, Mr. Rob, Mr. Ian, Mrs. Annette.
Those three are
Okay, they'll be here in front. You can come in front. Is it too crowded? I think you can accommodate Rob also. Don't worry about COVID restrictions are now lifted. Okay, I'll be calling one by one. But the one I'm calling first doesn't mean it's the first. So you've all passed. So the first one is Ishimwe Blaze.
picture. Who's taking picture?
Yeah, with the phone. That's okay. Okay. The second one is Atanaze Munyarugendo. From TV1.
From TV1.
Nitejeka Falaj Isa. From Arabi. What is Faraj? Make sure you pass there. Yes. Okay.
Hafia.
Shabade. Shabade. Shabade.
Pacifique Rukundo. Thank you, man.
Amen.
That's TV10. Great. Okay. Yeah, you have to pass there. Jerome Mugabo. Great.
Check 5.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you for coming.
Great. There. Kalisa Christian.
Thank you.
Former TV1.
Team what? Reality team what? You don't know. Thank you.
Jire Bikorimana. Blue JD. Yeah. Moses, the East African. Thank you. Thriller.
Spanish.
Diane Mahirwe. The youngest, eh?
Benjamin.
What's Irene? Thanks.
Big sister.
Okay, you
Mr. Fist. Musanze Lambert. From ICRC. He was sent by International Committee of Red Cross.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Cool. Shoes.
Mutimana Eric. Eric ayana Mkongomani.
Mariboto.
I think you can speak Lingala.
Slow motion.
Wamahoro Josiane.
Kudasubiza abantu bitarushaho.
That was an ambience, eh? Habimana Jean-Baptiste. Jean-Baptiste.
Freedom fighter.
Cinefam. Ahmed Hararimana. SG actor. I love you.
Shush!
Ibrahim Kagabo. Natasha. Natasha. Director, filmmaker.
Natasha Sweeney! Have you seen Natasha's the end part?
Yes. So it's there.
Do you remember?
Last but not least, who's last?
Robert Imanishimwe. Game show.
I have a question.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Game show. Number 2. Fantastic.
I have a question.
As far as you.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much, our guests who really gave them the certificates. You can have a seat. So congratulations to all, to you all, and I think you've seen how the training was really, the ambience was too high, and you can see it by yourself. And I think, as all colleagues mentioned, after this training, you will continue to maintain the network. Already we have a platform, and we are not going to close the platform now. You can still use the platform. So for now, we are going to have a group photo, and that will be outside, maybe in front of this hotel here. I think the cameramen, I mean, we have here cameramen and women, so you will direct us on how we can make it. Then after group photo,